pere, pere. Pere, 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 pere. Gotcha.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting into episodes 809 and 810 of One Piece. Man, y'all, it's I've been pretty sad since the last set of episodes. I'm not gonna lie. It's not even just One Piece railed me with the sad episodes, but I also, if y'all watch anything else on my channel, I'm watching Naruto as well. The part where I'm at in Naruto is also very sad. A fight between two friends as well. So I've just been going through the ringer over here with the shows I've been reacting to. But so hopefully we get some good news soon to pick me back up. Let's go to recap the character grades from last time. We gave MVP to Sanji, mostly around him, kind of just how much pain he's having to bear to try to just protect the people that he loves, being super selfless as always. It's definitely who Sanji is, and I don't know, it's hard to watch him do it because it shouldn't be just his responsibility, but there is some level of respect I have for it when he cares so much about the people that he sacrifices his own happiness for it. For the best moment, we gave that to Luffy. Specifically when he says, no matter how many times you kick me, you're the one who's getting hurt. You can see how much faith Luffy has in Sanji. He makes such grand statements about, he would never eat for another cook. He wouldn't be able to be king of the pirates without him. He won't move from the spot without him. Luffy can read everybody super well, but this is no different, where he knows that Sanji's not being completely authentic. He's acting in a way just to protect them. And for the funniest moment, we gave that to Luffy with the cannonball, the Gear 4 tank stuffed version. He was very satiated, and Cracker couldn't handle the heat, dude. So ridiculous. I wonder if we're actually gonna get more versions of that, because I feel like it was stronger than regular Gear 4, so we'll have to see. But yeah, I hope you all are having a good week. I'm in the thick of it now. If you all can't tell, I'm a little sleepy this morning, but watching some One Piece with y'all will pick me back up. And, as always, I got my coffee. I don't think there's been a single video where I have had a cup of coffee in my hand. If y'all haven't figured it out, I'm a caffeine fiend. Before we get into this one, though, if y'all are interested, check out the Patreon. We're gonna be 4 weeks ahead there, uncut reactions, or comment, subscribe if you want to follow on for more. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's go and get this, y'all. I didn't understand a single word. We're good. The moment I learn Japanese someday, we're fucked. That's not gonna happen. I've been watching anime for years. I still only know 10 words. Yeah, get fucked, bitch. Oh, man. Dude. What kind of power is she using here? Okay, this is what Pound was talking about last time. You've underestimated him.
Luffy, 本当に待つ気？ここは敵地のど真ん中よ。待つ。
He's a principled person.
サンジは来る。俺はここで待つ。
The utmost faith, dude. That's not good. Gotta feel her wrath. I mean, you can make some big clouds too, Nami. You got some power. Might be a little bit of a bigger storm than Nami can make, but... The cloud one looks so goofy, man. Looks so disinterested. Yeah, not good timing for y'all. She's gonna be in a foul mood when they get into this. This isn't the tea party itself. This is like the introduction ceremony or something. Oh, God. It's an eclectic group. He's so freaky. The Enraged army. How's Sanji gonna react to that? Yeah. Your sacrifice won't be worth much if they just go and get killed anyways. I mean, I guess he's sacrificing for Zeph too, but... Bobbin. Yes, please tell. And he knows Luffy ain't lying about that. Nope, he's gonna stand his ground. Some happy flowers. Get a taste, Luffy. Oh wait, he's not gonna eat. I forgot. Ugh, this is making me sad already. Meanwhile, this cat's living its best life. God, Cerebrum would fucking suck. Imagine how sticky everything would get. Sounds like a nightmare. It's so ridiculous. Our dream. Your dream, bro. It's an angry mama. Oh my god. What? Yeah, normal stuff. Normal. Yeah, these are some pharaoh looking kids. Door. All right. Sanji and Big Mama in the same room. Double six.
少々問題が起きてね。もう大丈夫。
Damn, she's fucking huge, dude.
お前が黒足のサンジだね。我が娘プリンの婿になる男。恥ずかしがらなくてもいいよ。ママママ。
Dude, whoever voice acts Big Mama kills it. She kills it.
おお、プリン来たね。
Pudding.
コックの息子だなんてプリンにはうってつけの婿だ。なに、そうでなくても構いやしないんだが、政略結婚だからね。俺とお前の利害さえ一致してればそれでいいのさ、ジャッジ。
ああ、だが子供たちが幸せならそれに。
Oh, please. You could care less.
ああ、そうしよ
Savage. Oh, we're about to break into song again. This is like Beauty and the Beast, like the feast. Oh my god, bro. I love how confused Yonji has looked this whole time. Interesting. What you up to, Pudding? Is she trying to be helpful still? Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe Pudding is still good. I don't know. I've been skeptical. Y'all know that.
荒れてきたわね。
Aw. Damn, dude. It's sad to see Luffy like this.
ナミ、どうしたの？お前、どっかに隠れてろ。奴らが来る。
Can I try to hide him or something? I mean, he's in plain sight. I guess it's not gonna matter. I can't with these faces, y'all. Damn, the lighting's a cool color.
何？あの数。ルフィ、あんたも早く。俺はここを動かねえ。
It's a stubborn one.
ここが誰の縄張りか分かってんの？
Jeez. Yeah, it's like a literal army, dude.
あんな大軍、勝てっこない。 ここで待つって約束したんだ。
Luffy, man. That level of dedication, it's crazy. I would have left if it was just raining on me. Man, the animation of the army is looking pretty smooth.
あんな連中を相手にするなんて無茶よ。
Maybe she could use the VV card on them too. Like, how many of them are actually like homies? He does have a straw hat on.
でっかい木がいたな。
King Bomb, no. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. All we need is for him just to eat a bunch of more biscuits. He'll be unstoppable. Oh my god. The whip is a classic against multiple enemies. Oh no. Holy shit. Okay, Luffy. That's it. I feel like that's a new move.
ごめんなさい。サンジさんを南西の海岸に連れて行くって約束したのに、それを守れず、私のせいで彼らを危険な目に。
So why can't you keep your word?
招待状の件なら、娘の私が罪をかぶればなんとかなるわ。とにかく式に出たら終わりよ。政略結婚に慣れたママは、逃げ出しそうな結婚相手にブレスレットをはめるの。
鍵は君のママが持ってます。そもそも俺の周りには味方なんて一人もいねえのさ。このざまが。
その傷、実の家族に。
Because they're real fucking dicks.
だから海へ出たんだ。あるかもわからねえ場所を目指して。だが
I found a way just to drag him back.
俺も仲間も全滅だ。つまりイーストブルーにいる俺の本当の親同然の大恩人の命も取られちまう。右を見ても左を見ても逃げ道な。
Yeah, he's trapped. Oh my god. Here comes Mr. Cream. Uh-oh. It's gonna be like Treble. Wait, what was his name? Not Treble, was it? Dolphy. Y'all know who I'm talking about from Dressrosa. Thank God. It's King Bomb! He always looks terrified of what he's done. Yep, of course. Oh, poor King Bomb. Okay. I was wondering if these guys were going to be homies or not. And they look like they would be, but they also look like they're like the most human looking ones out of all of them. Yeah, that's a huge advantage. There's no way they could keep up with that, bro. Look at that thing. Get blown away. Oh, not the creme. Cream on my creme.
結婚を受け入れることを条件にビッグマムに仲間たちを見逃してほしいんだ。
私の母がこんなにもあなたを追い込んで。
やめろ。プリンちゃんが謝ることじゃない。
Sanji looks so ridiculous.
むしろ13年の間地獄を離れられて幸せ。
He's grateful for the time he even had.
共に旅した仲間たちも。
Sanji's such a good guy.
誰も傷つけず消えたい。俺の冒険はこれで終わりだ。
God. He's gathering with his feet.
数が多すぎる。あれならいけるかも。
おい、泣かないでくれよ。俺が惨めだろ。
サンジさん、私との結婚は地獄にはさせませんよ。
Damn, she is sweet.
ごめんなさい、私何言ってんだろう。あなたが深刻に悩んでるのに、したくない結婚だって地獄に決まってますよね。しかしごめんなさい。
She's extremely considerate.
それに第一、結婚するなんてサンジさん一言も口にしてないのに、私。
What you up to, Nami? He's like supercharging it up. Oh gosh. Good thing Luffy's invulnerable to lightning. Damn, Nami, let's go. Fried to a crisp.
俺はここで待ってるからな。腹が減っても槍が降ってもここを動かずお前を待ってる。
Don't bring back the feels already. Damn, his eyes are so sad, man.
君は救いだ。
サンジさん。
もし俺でよければ。
Wow, look at that frame. Beautiful.
明日結婚しよう。
It's interesting. I wonder what he means by that. Like, has he kind of just accepted it finally? I don't know. It has a very somber tone to it. All right, y'all. Another sad set of episodes here. I mean, there were some lighthearted moments or some funnier moments, but honestly, it's still just sad seeing, especially the end of the episodes with Sanji kind of just... I don't know, he's trying to not resist, right? And he's already kind of been at that point trying to not resist and give up because of how stuck and isolated he is. But I don't know, there's something interesting about the end there with him and Pudding's dialogue and her kind of offering I don't know, just actually being like empathetic and considerate of Sanji. And even though he's in this tough position, he's being forced to marry somebody and abandon his life, this adventure and freedom that he actually had, after escaping hell. At least he's not falling into the clutches of hell again with Pudding, potentially. Y'all have seen, I've been very suspect of Pudding. But I think at this point, I don't know, it seems pretty clear that she's actually like a very sweet girl and means well for Sanji and wants to be, an actual good person for Sanji. So at the end of the day, hopefully that's, I imagine they're not gonna actually get married, but, if it did happen, at least putting somebody that is going to treat Sanji like a human rather than his siblings did, or how some of the other Big Mama siblings probably would treat him if he got married to them. But overall, a pretty cool episode with the huge army, the Army of Vengeance, or whatever they call it. I'm curious about Mama's powers with the one was like Zeus and Prometheus, I think they said. So obviously one's supposed to be lightning. I don't know. I'm more familiar with Zeus. Prometheus I'm not as familiar with, but it seems like that's like clouds and whatnot, and maybe together they create that big power of the storm. But I'm curious how she got those powers, right? Like, where does that come from? Is that connected to her devil fruit? Are they technically homies as well? It seems like a lot of Big Mama's subordinates are homies to some extent. I'm a little confused about like a lot of her sons and daughters, because they all kind of, take on weird forms of, like the Minister of Cream, right? Like, he seems like he'd be a homie to a degree, but it's kind of hard to know the line between the homies and whatnot. But ultimately, even like the chess pieces, like their standard soldiers are homies, and it is a big weakness for them with how much power Nami has with the VV card of Big Mama. Like, that is huge. That actually could be probably the biggest weakness of Big Mama at this point, is that her homies could be turned against her, or at least against other subordinates that she has. I don't know if like they probably wouldn't actually listen to the VV card's power if Big Mama was right there ordering them, but it is a big weakness, and I imagine that's why she doesn't allow her kids to have her VV card anymore, because of situations like this. One part that I thought was really important was seeing, when it starts raining on on Luffy and Nami, and Nami's like, oh, it's syrup rain, and my immediate like reaction is like, oh, Luffy will love that, right? Like, he'll want to open his mouth wide and he'll get all excited, and everyone knows at this point how much Luffy loves food and how excited he gets about it, but he turns over to avoid, consuming any of it. His resolve and promise to Sanji is so much more important than any excitement food could ever give him. So I thought that was a really good moment. I thought the actual like sit down with like the little tea party was good, like interesting, with all the homies sitting around, going around, getting eaten. That was funny. Judge pissed me off with, like they were talking about the marriage and like, oh yeah, pudding will be great for Sanji and all this stuff. Like actually talking about ways that they're compatible with each other. Like Big Mama's talking about that. And then she's like, it doesn't matter. It's just a political marriage, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And Judge is like, well, it'd be great if our kids could be happy too. And like, dude, you don't give a fuck about your kids at all. You don't care about their happiness. He's so fake, bro. That pissed me off so much. Let's just go ahead and move forward with the character ratings, because there's some specific things I want to talk about within the character ratings themselves. So for MVP, I'm going to give that to Pudding. I thought her empathy for Sanji, and not even just her empathy, her consideration also was really important with the situation of Sanji's. And, I think as an audience, you can tell how stuck Sanji is even before this episode. We see all the, the traps that he's kind of been set up to fall into, right? With his friends being at risk, Zeph being at risk, his risks, etc. Like, we all know this, but hearing it out of Sanji's mouth when, you know, he takes off the little mask and shows his face to Pudding, and how he doesn't have any allies around him. He's really isolated. He's been isolated by Big Mama and the Bin Smoke family, and you know, he doesn't really have much of a choice at this point, and he doesn't want to resist. But Pudding feels so much for Sanji. She knows how painful this is for him, being so isolated, and you know, she tries to make a declaration about being a really good wife for him, and wanting to support him. But then she's also considering, be like, hey, you didn't even say you're gonna marry me. I'm sorry for saying that. Like, this is not my place to try to fix your suffering here. Like, I thought that was a really amazing moment. I think that shows Pudding's qualities, and if there is gonna be a silver lining for Sanji, maybe it would be Pudding herself. For the best moment, kind of going off of that, it's when Sanji says, "You're my salvation," and he says that to Pudding, right? As she's kind of, as he sees her consideration and her empathy. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, part of me feels like it's Sanji completely giving up, and that part of it's really somber and sad. But at the same moment, I also think it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say a positive thing, but he can at least be grateful, I guess, for having Pudding instead of some other woman who's more like Big Mama or the Bin Smoke family. Maybe he'll at least be loved by somebody, even though he's had to give up all his other loved ones. And lastly, for the funniest moment, I'm going to give that to the tea versus green tea. That little song that broke out, and when there has to decide, and it's like, tea or green tea. I think Sanji says tea, and they're like, nah. I don't know. I wonder how many like different like songs we're gonna get in this arc. It's a very much a musical arc, which is pretty unique. I mean, there's been music and like within the show itself at different moments, like, you know, like Luffy singing and, you know, being sake, but this has a whole different flair to it with the tone of the homies in Total Land as a whole. It's interesting. But yeah, I think that'll do for this episode and review. Let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments down below. I appreciate y'all being here to watch some One Piece with me. It's always a good way to start my day, and be looking forward to watching next episodes with y'all. Catch y'all next time. Peace.